Hey party people, it's Miss Saxon. Today I'm trying out a new type of software where you can see what I'm doing at the same time. You can see the paper that we're supposed to be using. So we're going to see if this works better than recording a video in YouTube. This also has the ability for you to actually work on the lesson while I'm working on the lesson. So if this is something that you like and it's something that's helpful, let me know and we can schedule a time to be on together and work with it. So this story I had already recorded in YouTube, but I'm going to try it here to see if this is a better way of presenting the material. So this is the story. This is English for the first grade. This is week 5. I do believe this is for day 2 of the work packet, and any grade can do this, but it is in the first grade packet. I will make sure that I put a link to this exercise and to everything in Microsoft Teams. So let's get started with our story. Our flag has a story. The 13 colonies that formed our country all had different flags. We needed one flag for all of the United States. We made a flag that had 13 bright stars and 13 bold stripes. We made our new flag in red, white, and blue. We called our flag the Stars and Stripes. Our country grew, so we added 2 new stars and 2 new stripes. A famous song was written about this flag. So let's stop here and talk about what's happened so far. So when the colonies first got together and decided they were going to become the United States, they each had their own flag to represent where they were from. And so they decided that when they united, when they became one, that they wanted one flag to represent them. And the flag had 13 stars and bold stripes, and it was red, white, and blue. But then as the country grew, they had to represent the new colonies. So let's see, they weren't colonies anymore, the new states. So let's see how the flag changed as the new states became a part of the United States. Our country grew more and more. We needed to change our flag again. We went back to having 13 stripes on the flag. The stripes show our country began with 13 states. So as colonies and territories started becoming states, they started adding to the flag. But then it kind of was a lot happening. So they decided, you know what, let's just go back to the first 13 colonies and they will represent all of us. So these are different pictures of what the flags look like. We added a star for each new state that joined our country. The star pattern changed as the numbers grew. Now our flag has 50 stars for our 50 states. Will there be another star added someday? So they decided finally, the first idea we had was the right idea. Each time that there's a new state, we're going to represent it on our flag, and that's going to be the number of states. So if we have 50 stars, that means we have how many states? If you said 50 states, you are right. So if a new state is added, that means we will have how many stars? Well, we have 50 states now. If we add one more state and have 51 states, how many stars would we have? We would have 51 stars. But right now, as of today, we have 50 stars. And a fun fact about that, I'll go back to that, is the place that we live is Washington, D.C. It's not a state, and a lot of people want it to be a state, and a lot of people are pushing Congress to make D.C. a state. And if that were to happen, we would probably get another little star at the bottom of the flag. But we don't know if that's going to happen or not because people have been trying to make D.C. a state for a while. Right now, we are the nation's capital. We are the capital of the United States, but it's the area itself. It's not a state. So let's finish our story. June 14th is Flag Day. We fly our stars and stripes on Flag Day. We remember the story of our flag. It is a story that hasn't ended yet. So they set aside June 14th is the day that we're going to celebrate the flag. The flags always are out flying. If you next time, hopefully if we go back to school this year, when you come in the building, there is a flag right outside our school. So see if you can spot that flag and come up to me and let me know, Miss Saxon, I saw the flag outside. Because all public schools, but almost all schools have the flag flying outside of their building, and there are people who raise the flag up and down according to special protocols. So that's the end of our story. Let's look at our questions. The first question says, why was the American flag created? Let's go back to page 14, or I'm not sure, page 14. And it says, we needed one flag for all the United States. So they wanted one flag to represent the 13 colonies. And we can type that right here. They wanted one flag to represent all the colonies. Because remember, each colony had its own flag, so that was 13 flags. And they decided, hey, we have become one now, we're united, let's just have one flag that represents all of us. Okay, our next question. What did the flag first look like? Okay, let's go back to page 14 and let's look at this. It says here, we made a flag that had 13 bright stars and 13 bold stripes. And if you go to the next page, it also gives us another clue here. We made our new flag in red, white, and blue. So that's two pieces of information that you can pick. You can decide which one you want. The flag had 13 stars. Remember, the stars represented each colony, and bold stripes. It also said the color. The flag was, does anybody remember? Red, white, and blue. So that was our very first flag. Our last question asks, why does the American flag have 50 stars and stripes? And let's go back to, this is actually on page 17. Now our flag has 50 stars for our 50 states. So our answer is going to be each star represents a state. And if you remember, we have how many states? We have 50 states. So that means we have how many stars? 50 stars. Good job. Now I need to spell stars correctly. Good job. So that is the answers for this particular portion. Remember, I'm doing it in this format so that you can leave your information without having to worry about printing the information or having access to, if you can't have access to the packets online. You can draw pictures if you want to. You can record, have somebody record you, mom and dad record the student saying the answers. You can leave me a voicemail. There's so many different ways that you can present the information without having to worry about printing it. And like I said, this particular platform that we have also allows for me to work directly with the student and the student type in while I'm also typing. And if that's something that you want to try, you can let me know and we can arrange a time to be on here together. But that's going to be it for today. And I will see you in the next video.